Hello and welcome to a Brave Winter update video. We're going over the Brave Winter 2019 summary news. And there's actually a fair bit to cover here just based on how they're doing things this year. So normally I would start off with the dungeons, but I want to start off with the event bazaar first. So the event bazaar has 4 things that are worthwhile to get. 4 things? 3 things. I cannot count. My bad. The first being the event sphere, Zoltosh Blessing, which is used to get better spheres later on. I'll get more into that as we get later on into it. The Brave Winter Elgif, as that rarity pops up, and the alternate art for Nia, which I just think is very neat. If you want to get all 4 of these things, that's going to cost you 7,000 tokens, which I imagine, including the login campaign, will be no problem to get whatsoever. But that's also getting into something that we'll talk about the login campaign towards the end of the video. First of all, 7,000 tokens. How are we going to get that? Well, we need to go through the dungeons. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Longest Night, which is the overarching title for the 2 dungeons that are going to be showing up in the Brave Winter Festival. The first of those 2 dungeons comes up on December 23rd. Eternal Night. Eternal Night has 5 quests in total, with 2 of them being the ones you want to go for most likely. One of them over the other. The first quest you might want to do is to partake of light, which is 12 energy to go into. First clear, you get 200 tokens. You get 200 tokens for all of these quests to clear as part of the Longest Night. So. And there are 2 sets of dungeons, which means you're going to get in total 2,000 tokens for completing these quests. Which means that's still about 5,000 left over. We'll get to that. You get 10 pomegranate tokens for going through it each time you go through it, which means if you want to grind out on day 1, this would be the dungeon you have to go through in order to grind out to get the pomegranate tokens. The other one that you're definitely going to want to do is Facing Darkness, which is 40 cost to go through. And the reason why you want to go through it is you get the bronze ingot, which is a crafting material for the upgraded seasonal sphere. You need 15 of these bad boys, so bear that in mind. There are units who give you more tokens for going through with them. Those units being Annette's, last year's Christmas unit, Sylvie, the year before's Christmas unit, and Zeruia, the year before's seasonal unit, as well as Armighty. I have not read these names before. Armighty, who is going to be the featured unit starting off. She's probably going to be coming out either on the 23rd, that would be Monday, or on Christmas, which is Wednesday. Vohu is the New Year unit, and he also gives 15% more tokens for going through with Vohu on your squad. Not much is known about these units, so I'm not going to give my thoughts on them, so that'll be for another time. The other dungeon is Chasing Dawn. Chasing Dawn doesn't start until January 2nd, which is mighty obnoxious, because this dungeon runs for about 20 days. And there's a reason why it's mighty obnoxious. Again, 5 quests. Going through. There are 2 quests that you want to go through if you want to grind out stuff. First one you're going to want to grind out is Rising Dawn for the Holy Kindling, which is needed for the sphere, as it's another crafting material. And you need 30 of these bad boys. Yes, for those who were paying attention, 20 days to do this, you need 30 Holy Kindlings, which means you have to do more than one of these a day. But if you want to get everything done, you can go through the last quest of Eternal Night to get the 15 bronze ingots. You can do that once a day. Once Chasing Dawn comes out, you can do Rising Dawn twice a day for 15 days to get everything you need for the new sphere. And the other thing that's worth mentioning is Sentinel of Flame, which gives 50 pomegranate tokens each time you clear it. So if you want a better token to energy cost ratio, Sentinel of Flame would be the way to go. And as I mentioned, there is a new sphere, the Attar Eternal. I did not read these names. Which, in order to get, you go for Zaratosh's Blessing first. You upgrade it using bronze ingots first, 15 bronze ingots, and you get Attar Unburning. With the 30 Holy Kindlings, you get Attar Eternal, which is more of it's a damage reduction sphere, so it's a very bulky sphere, and it's a very good one too at that. The boost defense, recovery, max HP's not terrible, but not what you're using it for. 25% chance to reduce all damage to 1. Damage taken has a 60% chance of restoring HP by 20% of the damage taken. It gets critical and elemental damage. 50% damage reduction when guarding, which is useful for RC7 when you're guarding and you want to take less damage. And a 15% chance for 1 KO resistance, which is super nice. And that's all the information we have on that. There's one more thing to talk about that is still a dungeon. The Dawn Paradise starts on the 23rd. And you are going to want to do this daily, as this is how you're going to get Dawn tickets for free once a day. You go through it, there are 6 different routes. And it doesn't matter which route you go through, I recommend going through all of them, as I forgot to pull those up. If you go on the actual game itself and you pull up the Brave Winter 2019 summary news on the game itself, it will actually show you the paths you can take. There are 6 outcomes in total. There's 1 quest at first, and 2 quests. Then once you choose one of the 2 quests, you can choose 3 quests. It's very similar to how Samurai Champloo went about it, except they flopped the 2 and 3 around. So, 6 outcomes in total. Pay attention to which ones you've done. And yeah. That about does it. There's only one last thing to talk about, and that's the login campaign. We know nothing about it. When I know more about it, I might make a follow-up video to this, but in the meantime, we have no clue what is going on with the login campaign. So with that, if you thought this video was useful, and you're looking forward to the Brave Winter 2019 festival, like this video. Let me know if you're looking forward to it in the comments down below. If you want more content like this, I typically do Brave Winter videos. Subscribe to the channel. And I think that about does it. If you have any questions about Brave Frontier or this event when it pops up, you can join my Discord down below, or you can join the El Gaia Federation, which is the Discord for the Brave Compendium, which I'm a huge fan of. I love talking about it. I'm not sponsored by them, but I just think they're super awesome. Check it out. Link to the Brave Compendium in the links in the description down below. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!